Welcome to Sourcing Starfish mat movement. Softening the knees, spreading the feet. Bringing the hands from the lower rib cage, round and back, and then we're gradually coming down to the top of the legs and the pelvic floor muscle, the girdle vessel, and coming back up, the sense of wrapping around. And letting the hands rest here on the pelvis with soft knees. We are circling to the left. Mobilizing this area of the body. And we bring that with a sense of water. And we're going to take this sense of water in the other direction. And circle in that direction. Let that settle. One hand to the front of the navel, one hand to the corresponding back area. So we're connecting in with our early life in womb time, where nutrition, elimination existed via the navel in a watery world. But it's also from here that our movements are organized, with a sense of the front and back of the navel area. We are pushing back, forwards. I'll come onto the angle. The arms are a counterbalance. And our life in the womb, organized around the navel, is very similar to the starfish. So reaching out, having the sense of a central place. The mouth of the starfish at the navel. Letting the fingers and toes wiggle and jiggle, increasing your surface area. And then arms down, legs in. The first organization of movement is what's above the navel and what's below. We're starting with the chair position. So we're bending down, reaching up. Sense of upper and lower. The arms come down. The left leg comes back. We're taking the weight over the front leg and just bringing the arms back. They might clasp, they might not clasp, whatever feels right for you. Then the arms are coming down and up. Feel the power of the lower legs. Feel the reach with the upper body. Then we're bringing this leg back. We are sliding the hands down until we can extend the upper body. Drawing in the navel, we allow a forward fold. So the organization of upper and lower we find in a creature like the frog. So from here we're going to bend our knees, have a reach up. You might even take the heels up and then back. The sense of leaping. And then we roll back up. And then the other side. Chair. Arms down. Right leg back. Extending the arms, possibly clasping, possibly reaching. The arms bring you through into a warrior one. The arms come down. We step in. We lengthen through the upper body. Feel that upper lower connection via the navel. Draw in this navel fold. And then finding some frog-like movement. I'm going to lift my heels. You don't have to. And roll back up. So, an upper and lower body organization. The navel is on the midline, so we also have a bilateral sense, left and right. Bring the arms up. And this is very much like lizard movement. We're going to lift the left heel and reach up with the left arm, and then we change. So basically my hands are just open, allowing a reach through them. The arms come down. Noticing how this makes you feel. Taking hold now of the right wrist, it comes up and you're going to draw it over to the left. We're going to change sides. Come back up and release down. Okay, just landing with this. Your sense of right and left, left and right. And then we're coming a little wider. We are having a sense now of opposite arm to leg on the diagonals. So we're starting with bending the left and then reaching the right out. And then we'll go the other way. So this is an organization of walking, but we're adding something else with this wider stance. From here, turning towards a little the left side, we're coming into warrior two. We're arcing back. And then for this opposition, the arms are wide. We are lengthening the front leg. We are rotating. And we could take the hand to the leg quite high at the calf area, to the foot. We might even come onto the floor. So we have that rotation. Then we find our way back out of that. We heel toe. Bring ourselves in. We're going to bring the hands to the heart. We're bending and we're twisting to the left. We come back. And this is a bit like a puppet on a string. So we have the left leg, right arm. Let that settle. And we do it all again on the other side. So we widen the stance. We're taking a bend with the right, we're coming with the left arm, changing. into warrior two. We're arcing back. Then we're lengthening that front leg. We have a rotation. We could stay with the rotation. We could tip down to above the knee or the calf, the ankle, the foot, or even the floor. And then we soften through the knee to come back, up. We're finding our way, toe, heel, heel, toe. Our hands bend, this time to the right. It might be that you actually have your legs touching, but they could be in parallel. We come out. We have right knee, left arm. So this is the movement of walking, having this diagonal relationship between the sides of the body. You let that settle. And we're transitioning now onto hands and knees. I need to do a few adjustments and have a drink. So we are moving the pelvis. We're going to circle, no matter which way to begin with. This will connect in a little higher than the pelvis as well, so it takes the whole girdle vessel. Then we circle the other way. This settles. Have a sense of the navel area, sucking it up, drawing it down. So we repeat this. Then finding a neutral spine, so you're not up or down. From here, we are shifting weight through the bones of the limbs and creating a sense of water, fluidity. and take a pulse. So our first organisation of movement, upper and lower body. We start by taking the hands forwards. We bring that weight. We come back. From here, the downward facing dog. From the downward facing dog into the dolphin. So all of these have a strong sense of upper and lower organisation. If it's not appropriate to take the knees off, they could stay on the mat and you rock. In fact, we'll come to that now. You'll feel the upper, lower organisation in this rocking. We'll come to a high kneeling position and that sense of frog again. We'll land the frog. I will turn and we do it all again. So this time we will start with the rocking to give that sense of upper lower. We reach forwards, bring the body through. Come back, wrapping round the navel. Downward facing dog. Coming down, reorganizing arms. We'll rock again first this time. So that you might stay here. You might lift knees to a place that's comfortable for you. The knees come down if they're up, and we find our frog. Let that settle. From upper, lower, we move to the sides. So we're shifting weight. We take a pause. From here, we fish swish. So the feet come to the right and the head and then to the left. We take a pause. We come through a downward facing dog. We lift the right heel, possibly take off the foot, possibly extend the leg. We either come back down into hands and knees and then into pigeon, or we swing that through. So a difference on one side to the other. Here, both hands to the inner side of the front leg and rest onto lower arms. We then push these hands back in. We come up. You try to reorganize the right leg now, so it's more like a lizard leg. And we come possibly to take the back knee off. So the side organization, lizard-like, fish-like. Back knee down, return, and we'll get ready for the other side. We're rocking side to side. We're now fish swishing left, right. We're now downward dog. The left heel comes up. Possibly the foot comes off. You may extend the leg. You can either bring that leg back down and transition into pigeon, or you can bring it through. Both hands to the inside of the knee. Come down onto the lower arm. So possibly on pigeon now, more to a sense of lizard. And we're going to reconnect with this creature by bringing the hands in, lifting up, reorganizing that front leg, taking it into lizardy leg, possibly curling the back toes under, taking the back knee off, having quite a deep lizardy lunge. That knee comes down. We reorganize ourselves. So the last organization on hands and knees. This is the diagonals. And we're starting with some figure of eights. We're going to circle to the left, go across to the right, up, back to the left and down. So imagine that you're drawing a figure of 8. We take a pause. The left arm comes forward, the right leg comes back. You may balance here. Then the arm comes in and the leg comes out. The toes, I'll just move my hands a bit. don't know if you can, you're not going to see that easily, but the toes are coming in the same direction as the fingers. The left arm scoops under. It might be to the elbow. It might be to the shoulder. We push back. The leg comes in. Both hands are to the right so that the left leg can come forwards. We come up, backhand to front, we rotate. And back arm down, both hands down, curl the back toe under. You can stay here and rock or see if you can lengthen both legs into pyramid. You might need to hop the back leg in, and then possibly the left arm can travel up. So you have a pyramid twist. Then we come back down. Both hands need to come next to the right. And then from here, we crawl. So this is similar to the organization of walking, that opposite arm to leg, crawling along your mat forwards and back. And then turning, for me, the other way. So this time, the figure of eights, we start going to the right. We cross over to the left, back to the right, and then back to the left. We take a pause here. The right arm then slides forwards, the left back. We might possibly take it into a balance. The right arm then comes down and the left leg comes out with the toes pointed in the same direction as the fingers. The right arm scoots down either to elbow or to shoulder. We didn't do it last time, but some of you might want to lengthen out this arm. And then if it's lengthened, bring it in, push all the way back. The leg is coming in, the hands to the left so that the right leg can come through. We then come up. We have opposite hand to the knee, the arm back. We turn, the hands come down, back toes curled under, maybe the knee comes off, maybe you straighten the legs, you might need to hop in. And the right arm may come up. That comes down. And again, we come into crawling. We allow the crawling to transition into our contact down on the front of the body, making a comfortable place for your head. Connecting into your breath. If you're not aware of any breath, you can make some in-breaths, allow some out-breaths. You may possibly feel the belly moving, pushing down to the earth on the in-breath, retracting a little bit from the earth on the out-breath. Imagine the navel here. You might even feel it. All the movements today, we're focused on its relationship with the navel, radiating out above, below, side to side, and diagonal. This all emerged within the womb of watery world. So if we let go now of the breath awareness and allow the pelvis to rock side to side. And then let that settle. The organization of upper and lower body, we're going to combine two yoga positions. We come into the Sphinx or the no cobra. As we lower back down, the arms come back, we draw in the abdominals, the gluteus muscles, and we lift up. We come back. So this emphasizes the upper body. Where you've completed a pair, the next pair, let that settle. See how it's landed in your body. For the lower body, we're going to just widen the legs a little bit. And we're sliding one leg, then the other. Feel how they're connected via the pelvis, the navel, as that movement flows. Feet, leg, pelvis to the other foot and leg. We take a pause and we bend the legs, bring the soles of the feet together, the legs will come out wide. Here, we're keeping the soles of the feet together and we're bringing the feet towards the pelvis and away. The next time the feet are towards the pelvis, we come back into that sphinx and we repeat. So you might have a sense of the frog here. Take a pause. We'll lower the body first and then release the legs. The legs are back to parallel. We lengthen the arms. You'll probably lose my hands. And here we are, just letting the head be relaxedly away from the earth with a lengthened-ish neck. We are sliding the left arm and leg away from each other and back, and then the right. A sense of bilateralness, reaching and pulling through the sides of the body. We take a pause. We let the arms come back in. We bend a leg, it really doesn't matter which one, and flex the foot. We come back to the Sphinx, and we're staying with this lizard sense. And with the pelvis of the bent leg, the pelvis side, we're pulsing, just pulsing it up and down and up. You might feel a little propulsion here. We lower, the leg comes in. Take a moment to feel the difference between one side of the body and the other. Then the other leg bends. We're coming back. We are pulsing with that side of the pelvis. And we're settling back down. We bring the leg back in. See how this side has possibly changed. Listen to the messages your body is giving you. And then our last movement organization. In prone, we have the arms lengthened out again. We are lengthening the right leg and the left arm until they come up and down. And then it will be the right arm and the left leg. Take a pause. The arms come in. So spinal twists are very much part of this movement organization. We are bringing the left arm. So most comfortable is down by the side. If you find you have more flexibility, you can come out on to this kind of angle. If you have a lot of flexibility in the shoulders, you might be able to come straight out. You're turning your head in the opposite direction to the arm. The cheek is down and the right hand is down, the elbow is up. We take the right leg, we lengthen, we lift. We start to roll over. Now, if your arm is at shoulder height and it's uncomfortable, bring it down now. From here, you can either stay or you can bring it down. We roll back and we change over. So this time, it's the right arm, either shoulder height, sort of about 45 degrees, or right by the side. The other, the left palm is down, the elbow is up, you're on the cheek. The left leg lengthens and lifts. Check your shoulder, make sure your arm is in the right position. You can stay with the leg lifted, or you could bend it and bring it down for a slightly deeper twist. Then we release back. We're going to bring the right hand arm back in. We're going to gently push ourselves back up. We're going to find fluid movement, this time initiating more from the torso. And we take a pause. So we're transitioning now to a comfortable sitting position. Your legs could be long, they could be crossed, whatever feels good. We're going to connect like we did at the very beginning to this girdle vessel, which starts sort of underneath the ribs and wraps all the way round and down to the pelvic floor muscle where pelvis meets the legs. We'll connect with the navel now at the front and back. We will draw the navel back, counterbalance the arms forwards, and then the other way. We let that settle. So, upper and lower organization. We extend the legs. We're going to fold over the navel or around the navel. We come back. The arms come behind. We lift up through. We can either stay here, or you might find that the pelvis will lift. We come back. Land on the sitting bones. Legs come in for a boat. Assisted, you might want to let the arms go. From here, we are into a butterfly fold. We roll back up. We're extending the legs. Have a sense of the starfish again. Wiggling fingers and toes, radiating out from the navel. And then for upper and lower body organization, here we will fold. Might be a little fold. Might be here. And then we roll back up. And we can do it all again. Be aware of your breathing as you're doing this. We come back now to the starfish. Wiggle, fingers and toes, and then coming out of this. We have a flow now for our bilateralness, sense of left, right, right and left. The legs are lengthened again. The arms are reached. We are pulling the bow with the arrow. We are releasing. We are bending the leg in and folding. We roll back up. Sole of the foot. The hands are down. We push up. We might need to adjust the foot. We come down. So check which leg you have bent. Here, we can hold knee or foot. We have an extension. We bend. And then we have an extension out to the side. That comes in. And we get ready to go again. So it would be, this was my right, so next time I'm going to the left. But you check with what's right for you. So we have a fold. We come back and pause. We're now taking the other side. The arms are lengthened. We bow and arrow. That leg comes in. We fold. We come back. Hands come behind. Place the foot down. Lift up through. You might stay there. You might lift all the way up. Then you come back. We have supporting, lengthening bending, and then lengthening wherever your hand feels comfortable out to the side. We counterbalance with the other side there. We're coming back in, and like a chorus, we can come back to that fold. Rolling all the way back up. We're sitting cross-legged, and it's going to be the left leg in front. So knees wherever they're comfortable for you. Here, with a reach up and down through the spine, we are rotating to the left. We come back. This front left leg, the foot comes up. We could either stay with it here. We could take it across. We could drop it down. So you find the leg organization that's right for you. So we're with the diagonals. So it's going to be the right arm that comes up. It bends. The other arm comes back. The fingers may or may not touch. So if you find that you're contracting in like this, make the hands wider apart so you're open through the chest and heart. We release the top leg. If it's come over, returns to where some of you still are. The left arm comes inside it, and we have an open twist. The other way. We come back. We're now changing legs. That's the right one. We have that reach up and down. We turn to the right. We come back. The foot comes to the floor. We could stay here. We could cross it, trying to keep both hip bones down. It might even release down. The left arm up, bends, and it might just rest here at the base of the neck. The other one comes behind. It might rest somewhere near the heart. If there's the availability to clasp or touch, but keeping the heart, the lungs with space. We release the hands. We uncross if we've crossed. It's the right arm inside the right leg, and we open twist to the left. We release out and then make our way down to our backs. Having a sense of your navel here. Again, you might feel movement underneath the navel. Created by the waves of breath. And then with a sense of wave, let the limbs come up and find the fluidness. The limbs organized around the navel in a watery world. from here, we are curling the lower body up and round the navel. If it's more comfortable, keep the head down, otherwise chin to chest. Come up into a ball here. You might be still, you might be moving. Upper and lower body. We come out of this into a bridge. So again, the sense of upper and lower body push. From the bridge, we come back down into the ball. So the knees will come up first. Cradle with the arms. Possibly the head comes up if it's comfortable for your neck. Back down and into a bridge. So here, legs are bent. We lace the fingers underneath the back of the head. We are bringing the right shoulder to the right hip. So we take the foot off and then place back down. So separate on the same side. Then we're going to go to the other side. And then we're going to try to alternate. So left side, right side. So it's very different to the diagonals that many exercise classes do. Let that settle. Back to the navel. So our bilateralness, left and right, right and left. If we now take the arms up, reach through the right, lift the right pelvis, we rock to the left, and then we change over. We take a pause. The hands come back down. From here, the left leg stays bent, the right one lengthens. The left arm extends. So we have this diagonal. We're sliding the right leg away and the left arm, and you might feel it through the hand on your navel. Then we're bringing the arm and the leg towards each other and away. We let that settle. So both legs bent again. Just notice any sensations in the body. So we swap hands, so it's the right arm this time that extends out on that high diagonal. It'll be the left leg. So it's not parallel, it's come out. We have the starfish-ness sense. We slide the arm and leg away from each other, reach, and then we draw back in. We then let the arm and leg move in towards each other and away. One more. We come back and bent legs, just land with those sense of diagonals. We're now going to put them together. We lace the fingers underneath the back of the head and opposite elbow to knee. So left elbow to right and then the other way. See if you can bring in more of the shoulder and hip. So this will be possibly a more familiar movement. Again, it's the foundation of our walking, that opposition and pause. So spinal twists very much with these diagonals. So we're taking a few moments before going into one, just landing. And then the arms come out. The feet come out as wide as the mat. If it's comfortable, if it's not, they stay in parallel. Both knees to the right. You might stay here with the head turned to the left. You might find that the right foot can come onto the thigh of the left leg. Then the top leg comes off. We come back up, head centralizes. Knees go the other way. So does the head. Opposite direction to knees. This time it will be the left foot somewhere comfortably on the right thigh. And then take the foot off. Take a moment to land with this. Roll onto a side. Feel how you may be curling a little around the navel. Unless, of course, your legs are extended. From here, coming up to semi-sitting. And then from semi-sitting, your final sitting position, whatever that might be. We're allowing the spine to reach up to the sky and down to the earth. We'll place one hand on the navel, one hand on the heart. Close the eyes. See how you've landed with the session. Whatever messages your body is giving you, the tingles, the twitches, the itches, where you feel light and heavy, comfy, uncomfy. Through the ears, you'll hear the sounds of your external environment. You'll feel it via the air on your skin. And then softly opening the eyes to the light, colours, textures and shapes around you. Thank you. So you might be exploring more, resting. You might be transitioning something else. Again, the skin is a good place to create transition, your outer boundary. And I would like to thank you again for joining me with sourcing Starfish. Thank you.